I'm a very old man, and African culture allows old people to say whatever they want. Am I right? Thank you. I remember traveling into the fields in Tanzania with President Nyerere at that time was told by the local villagers to sit down in the corner, and they told him what they wanted to do. So it was the president of a country being ordered by the elders to sit down and listen. It was quite a lesson for me. I have worked in almost 37 countries around the world. I have never ever seen the kind of entrepreneurship I have met in Nigeria. And so I would say to you all and Nigerian leaders around the world that if we don't use this Nigerian entrepreneurship, we are really losing not underusing an asset that is very, very powerful. The talk I'm going to give today, I could not give in certain countries. If I was speaking in Zambia or Tanzania or Malawi, I would not say the things I'm saying here, because there I don't see the entrepreneurship I see in Nigeria. What I want to do is run through essentially 4 little things. One is to give you a quick idea of some of the trends in Africa, and then drill down a little bit to similar trends for Nigeria. We would look at the trends in Africa, look at the few trends in Nigeria, and then I will dabble in the research productivity issue that John has insisted I focus on. And then I will plead your indulgence to let me say anything I want to say. Will you allow me to indulge? Yes. Thank you. 2009, the billionth African was born somewhere on this continent. We are 1 billion people on this continent. Now, I don't just toss out numbers just to impress you about what I read in a newspaper. But these numbers mean something. Whether you are in defense, or you are in agriculture, or in academia, or you are a leader, or you are a financier, or you are a banker, or you are a farmer. What does this number tell you? Who can venture that? I heard something, but markets, thank you. It's a huge market. It's twice the market of the whole United States. We don't need to look anywhere outside Africa. Just in West Africa, we are approaching 500 million. We will pass 500 million in 15 years. That's not a long time. This second point I just put in here for curiosity's sake. We keep hearing about India and China and Brazil and so on, and how poor Africa is. Actually, Africa, on a per capita basis, Africans are richer than Indians. Another very important point is that Africa attracts. We've always attracted people for different reasons, especially tourism and minerals and things like that. Unfortunately, we've been known mostly for civil wars and strifes. Very sad history. But things have changed profoundly in the last 10, 15 years in Africa. Our economic performance on the continent has been phenomenal. When the crisis hit in 2008, much of the investment around the world disappeared. But it did not disappear in Africa. In fact, it went up by 2 digits. 16% more investment in Africa during the financial crisis. It says something again. And Nigeria should use this attraction. The good news for Africa is the development, the exciting development we've seen in the last 10, 15 years did not come from natural resources. It was not oil and diamonds that made the richness of Africa. It was you and you and you and you and you and you. Yes, you too. Working every day, producing, selling, wholesaling, packaging, fabricating, advertising, financing. That's what did it. I think that's very important. When you talk about Nigeria, people think oil. And that's a very bad way to think about Nigeria. That's like talking about a football team and only talking about the goalkeeper. He could guard the goal all day long if they're not scoring on the other side. Nigeria is much more than oil. That's what this old man came to tell you today. However, the food security issue is not good, but it's been improving the last 10 years, and that's a very positive sign. But we do have some concerns. If you compare to the rest of the world, Africa is doing very bad. Fertilizers. We use 9 kilograms, the rest of the world is averaging 100. Power. Professor Ayola is here today. We should blame him for this one. Africa is using power in a very, very limited way. Only about 13 to 100 square kilometers. This is a very bad indicator, but it's an easy way to measure things. The rest of the world is averaging 200. Now, please keep these numbers in mind. I'm coming back to them. Like I said earlier, I'm not just tossing out figures to impress you about what I read in the papers. They have implication to our youth who are leaving agriculture. They have implication to the rural-urban migration of Nigeria. Everybody is living in the capital cities and the big cities. This has implication. We have labor shortage issues. When you tell the world that African agriculture suffer labor shortages, they don't believe it. They think we have a lot of cheap labor. It's not true. So please keep these numbers in mind. We are investing, I heard the chair shock me with the amount of investment in agriculture. It's really low. If we compare the continent to the rest of the world, I don't think you can read those numbers, but we're investing only 4% in agriculture, in R4D, that Asia does. 4%. If I did that at IITA, Dr. Bramwell here, who really runs all the research programs that I brag about, she would have me out of the door. So if we are serious about agriculture, if we are serious about productivity, we need to look at this investment. When I come to Nigeria, I'll run through this quickly because I know you all know it more than I do, but to put it in context. Nigeria is a 150 million market. You can make millions in Nigeria without going anywhere. This is a huge market. The Europeans would die to have such a market. Some Scandinavian countries you could put in one parking lot in Lagos. So it's a huge market. All these 150 million must eat, must wear clothes. And that's agriculture. And that's fabrication. That's machinery. That's wholesaling, transporting, transformation, processing. Just to toss out some other signs about wealth in Nigeria, 30% of the population of Nigeria is now middle class. And they have purchasing power. And they're growing very fast. So they don't want the fresh cassava necessarily. They want high-grade gari that they can cook quickly. That means somebody must grow it, must cut it, must process it, must package it, and must get it to the customer somewhere. And that means employment. That means profits. If you look at Lagos, just one mall in Lagos in 2007 generated $90 million. Just one mall. Nigeria is the fastest growing beverage market in the world. In the world. What does this tell you? Who could venture? Sorry? Sorry? Thank you, Dean. The Dean of the University of Abuja is here, is correcting me, but his answer is absolutely on target. To me, this is not a figure to just toss out. When I taught agribusiness before, a student would have to write a paper, a thesis on this sentence. Agriculture is the fastest growing beverage country in the world. Just look at the word beverages. What comes to mind? What specific? Mango juice, pineapple juice. I can't hear you. Orange juice, guava juice, mango, etc., etc., etc. The chair is trying to tell me move on here. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is all potential. But you can't eat potential. You got to make it a reality. Real estate in Victoria Island, I forget, I think this was in 2009 when this estimate was done, cost the same as Manhattan Island, New York. There's people in Nigeria who got money. Lots of it. And they need those agricultural products we're talking about. And they need the universities to produce the graduates who can produce those agricultural products. I was very happy to hear the dean tell me about what he's doing in Abuja with his students, putting them in industries, learning how to run businesses. The annual return on capital to Nigeria is double digits, 65%. It's phenomenal. American agribusinesses work on a profit margin of 4%. Here, 65%. Advertising has gone up sixfold. What does advertising mean? You go to countries where they're not progressing, where they're going backwards, there's no advertising. There's no advertising in Somalia, I guarantee you. Advertising is an indicator about the dynamism of a population, about its growth, about its purchasing power. They're only investing 600 million because they know it will produce something and they'll get it back. Recently, I've been hearing about railways in Nigeria. I had a special slide created for this. I was so excited to hear we're going to do something about railways in Nigeria. The best way to transport commodities anywhere in the world, doesn't matter, it's water or rail. You cannot beat it. Whether it's Japan or US or Canada or Scandinavia, it's water or rail. And we have neglected our rail systems in Nigeria. If we can fix them, if we can use them, we'd reduce the killing in the roads, we'd reduce the congestions, and our cargo will be moving much more cheaply and much more efficiently. Of course, you need trucks to do the internal running. But this is a fantastic news that I heard recently.